Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Single Dads Cookbook. Today we're making tomato and pepper soup. So we've got here a couple of different types of peppers. We've got your normal bell pepper and we've got a nice sweet pepper. We've got basil, obviously tomatoes, red onion, garlic and ginger. Now, we're also going to be having some chicken stock, obviously salt and pepper as well. So, first thing we're going to do is we are going to get the tomatoes and we are going to cut them in half. So here are the tomatoes, and nice and simple, we're just going to cut them in half. Now I cut them across the way, not up and down. That way we've got a larger surface area, so, and they also fit in the pan a little bit easier. So just as it does, nice and simple, just like that. So once they're all done, we just move them out of the way and we are going to move on to the garlic. Now I've got 2 cloves of garlic here. Again, you're just cutting it in half and popping it to the side for this moment in time. So we've got them. Then we get the bell pepper, and again, big chunks of the bell pepper. Just down the sides. Board gets a little bit crowded. You could be well more organised than me. But again, just chopping it away. Guys, if you are liking these videos, please hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing to subscribe, but it does my ego the world of good. So if you can hit that for me and hit the little bell, that'd be great. Costs you nothing. Next one, we're on to these fancy peppers. So you can see I've just moved the board out the way a little bit, took the end off, cut down through it, just remove any of the little white bit and seeds, and again you're just giving it a couple of chunks, big chunks there. Now that we've got all the veg, what we're going to do is we're going to put it in a roasting tray. Now at this point I've already got the oven on at 220 degrees, probably gas mark 6. We're just going to get that nice and preheated, help us with the process. This is also a great way to get loads of veg into your kids. It's nice and hearty, and all that veg is going to go in there, and it just makes it ridiculously simple to get the kids fed. So we get ourselves a roasting tray. Now at this point you can oil it up and put a little bit of oil in it. Now the key to here is getting the tomatoes facing up the way. That way, once you've done that, they can absorb all the salt, pepper and all the flavours that you're going to put into here. So we'll just line these all up. Get that done. If you've got any extra ones, just put them in between, because you want to make sure that they all get a good amount of the salt and pepper and other stuff. Now we're just going to pop the garlic in here as well. You'll notice that I've not taken any of the skins off or anything like that. They're going to roast in there, and we'll show you how to fix that later on in the video. But at this point we just want them to roast. We want them to go nice and sweet, and again add another flavour to the soup. And again we're just putting in, now at this stage, before you cover them, all the the tomatoes, this is where you want to salt. You don't want to put too much salt in this bit, but you do want to draw out the moisture, and pepper. Again, like I said, at this point you can oil, put a little bit of olive oil in, probably 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil, just to help the roasting process. I've not put any in because it's, I just never. So now we're putting the peppers in, getting them all in nice and spread evenly. Now there was a cheeky extra tomato there that was hiding behind everything, so again, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Now the next bit is we're going to put some seasoning on here, but I actually forgot the red onion. So there's the magic tea towel holding the chopping board nice and flat. Yeah, completely forgot to add in the red onion and chop it up. So I went away, got the red onion, set up the board again. There you go. And quickly got the red onion. Again, just cut this, top and tailed, cut it in half, removed the outer layer, and cut it in half in between it. And then broke that up and put it in with all the other veg. Now that you've got all the veg in, I add a couple of dry herbs. So we've got the fresh basil for a little bit, but that's some dry basil and dry thyme that you're just liberally sprinkling over. Now what you want to do is, once you've done that, again, like I said, you can add a bit of oil, help the process, stop it burning as much or roasting. But after about 25 minutes, this is what it looks like. Now, you got to be careful because it is ridiculously hot. Now, from here, what you want to do is find those garlic cloves. So, here you go. And you just want to squeeze them and get all that sweet garlic out. Now, I'll shut up for this bit so you can watch me continually burn my hands. Like I said, be careful. Now, when you get all the garlic out there, we are just going to transfer that, move that out of the way, and we're going to bring over the soup pot. And we're just going to move and put all this roasted veg into the soup pot. You're just going to transfer it all over. Now remember, you don't, the juices, because I never put any oil in, that's not oil, that's actually all just flavour, so from the tomatoes. So we want to get all that back into the pot. You don't want to lose any of that. So we'll get that in. Now, at this stage, what we want to do is just give it a bit of a mix. Prod it down a little bit. We are going to add in some fresh basil. You want a good chunk of this. So you're adding in that fresh basil. Just tear it up, put it in. As you can see there, I added quite a lot of basil into that pot. Now we're going to add in the ginger. Now you don't have to add in the ginger if you don't want it. I've added it in just for a little bit of background warmth on the back of the palette, and all I'm doing is adding in a little tiny bit. I know there is other ways to peel ginger. I'm just using a knife because I don't need a massive piece of it, just a little bit. I've also got one of those little microplaners, ideal for grating things like this, so that's what I used, and I got about half a tablespoon of ginger. You have to be careful with this, because if you put too much in, it will completely overpower the soup. So you can see there, I've got probably half an inch, if that, okay? Guys, like I said, if you are enjoying these videos, please hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, and it is absolutely free. So smash away, hit the like button as well. Now we've got what we're going to do, bring the pan back in, soup pan, so you can see there, everything's in the pot. What we're going to do is add in some boiling water, and I'm going to add in a couple of chicken stock pots. You can use veg stock if you want. I use chicken in this. I think it just pairs it nicely. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to let it simmer for 25 minutes, just so that everybody in the pot, all the veg, the tomato-ness goes into the stock goes into the tomatoes and all the roast peppers and everything, and you've got a beautiful marriage of flavours. So just before you put it on the stove, give it a good mix. Like I say, if you could maybe already have the stock pre-done, I just do it this way. So after about 20-25 minutes, you can see there that everything's started to sort of mix together. Everything's breaking down beautifully. What we're going to do now is I've got one of these handheld blenders. I'm just going to blitz everything, get it all into a nice soup consistency. If you want to leave chunks, you can leave chunks. It's completely up to you. Once you've done this, you want to taste it to make sure that it's the salt and pepper and the seasoning is to your liking. And that's it. So you just keep going until you want it to go. Guys, this is a great soup. It's a great way, like I say, to get loads of veg into the kids without them really knowing it. You could add a bit of chilli into it if you wanted to, rather than ginger. Up to you, but it's a great base to start with. Guys, look after yourselves. Look after each other. The last thing here I'm doing is I'm just going to taste it, salt, pepper, just to season it for my liking and my family's liking. And this is me, Single Dad's Cookbook, signing off from my family to yours. Till the next time, Single Dad out.